The Pharaonic civilization is often remembered for its magnificent structures, from the pyramids to the temples and beyond. But what about their scientific achievements? Where did the science of Pharaonic civilization go? The Pharaonic civilization left behind an impressive amount of written records, from administrative documents to religious texts. However, many of these texts remain untranslated, and even those that have been translated are not always easy to understand. Nevertheless, by piecing together what we do know, we can gain some insight into the science of the Pharaonic civilization. One of the most famous examples of Pharaonic science is the Edwin Smith Papyrus, a medical text that dates back to the 16th century BCE. This papyrus contains descriptions of various medical conditions and their treatments, including surgical procedures such as trepanation, which is drilling a hole in the skull to relieve pressure. While some of the remedies described in the papyrus may seem barbaric to modern eyes, others are surprisingly sophisticated. Of course, the most famous application of Pharaonic science is the practice of mummification. Mummification was a complex process that involved removing the organs from the body, treating the body with various substances, and wrapping it in linen. The goal of mummification was to preserve the body for the afterlife. But the process also had practical applications, such as enabling medical practitioners to study human anatomy. Another area where the Pharaonic civilization made significant contributions was in the field of astronomy. The Pharaonic astronomers were able to observe the movements of the stars and planets with surprising accuracy, and they used this knowledge to develop a calendar that was based on the movements of the stars, rather than the cycles of the moon. In addition to their scientific achievements, the Pharaonic civilization was also highly skilled in engineering. This is perhaps best exemplified by their architectural feats, such as the pyramids and temples. These structures were not only impressive in their scale and beauty, but also in their precision. For example, the Great Pyramid of Giza was aligned with the cardinal points with an accuracy of less than 0.1 degrees. The Pharaonic civilization also made significant contributions to the arts. Their statues and reliefs were highly realistic, capturing the individual features and expressions of their subjects with remarkable accuracy. They were also masters of color, using a wide range of pigments to create vivid and lifelike images. Finally, the Pharaonic civilization was highly advanced in the fields of trade and economics. They had a complex system of taxation and trade, and they were able to maintain a steady supply of goods from throughout their empire. They also had a sophisticated system of writing and record-keeping, which enabled them to manage their vast administrative empire. But perhaps the most significant legacy of the Pharaonic civilization is its impact on the development of human civilization as a whole. The Pharaonic civilization was one of the first in human history to develop a complex system of writing, and this system enabled them to create detailed records of their achievements and discoveries. These records were passed down through the ages and became the foundation of modern scientific knowledge. The Library of Alexandria, which was founded in the 3rd century BCE, was one of the most important centers of learning in the ancient world. The library contained a vast collection of texts, including many that had been translated from the Pharaonic language. Scholars from around the world came to the library to study these texts, and many of the ideas and discoveries of the Pharaonic civilization were transmitted to later generations through the library. Today, the legacy of the Pharaonic civilization continues to inspire scientists and scholars around the world. Many of the ideas and discoveries of the Pharaonic civilization have been incorporated into modern scientific knowledge, and scientists continue to study the texts and artifacts of the Pharaonic civilization in order to gain a better understanding of their achievements and contributions. The sciences of the Pharaonic civilization may have been lost for a time, but they were never truly forgotten. Today, we continue to marvel at the achievements of this ancient civilization, and we look to their example as we seek to advance our own understanding of the world around us. From medicine to astronomy, from engineering to the arts, the sciences of the Pharaonic civilization continue to inspire and amaze us. Their legacy lives on, and we can only imagine what further discoveries may lie hidden within the ancient texts and artifacts of this remarkable civilization. As we look back on the achievements of the Pharaonic civilization, we are struck not only by their remarkable scientific and technological achievements, but also by their deep understanding of the human condition. From their beliefs in the afterlife to their reverence for the natural world, the Pharaonic civilization recognized the interconnectedness of all things and sought to live in harmony with the world around them. Perhaps nowhere is this more evident than in their relationship with the Nile River. The Pharaonic civilization recognized the vital importance of the Nile to their survival, and they developed sophisticated irrigation systems that enabled them to cultivate the fertile land along its banks. They also recognized the cyclical nature of the Nile's flooding, and developed a calendar that was based on the river's annual cycle. The Pharaonic civilization also recognized the importance of religion in their lives. Their religious beliefs were intertwined with their scientific and cultural achievements, and their temples were centers of both scientific and spiritual learning. The priests of the Pharaonic religion were among the most learned individuals in their society, and they played a key role in the development of many scientific and technological innovations. The story of the science of the Pharaonic civilization is a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of human beings. Despite living in a time without the benefit of modern technology, the Pharaonic people were able to make remarkable advances in fields ranging from medicine to astronomy. Today, we stand on the shoulders of these ancient giants, building upon the foundation of knowledge that they laid down centuries ago. The work of modern scientists, doctors, engineers, and artists owes a debt of gratitude to the Pharaonic civilization and their many contributions to human knowledge. But even as we look back on the achievements of the Pharaonic civilization, we are reminded of the challenges that we face in the modern world. From climate change to global pandemics, our world is filled with complex problems that require innovative solutions. But if we take inspiration from the Pharaonic civilization and the many obstacles that they overcame, we can be confident that we will be able to find solutions to the challenges of our time. That is why it is so important that we continue to study the sciences of the Pharaonic civilization and to share this knowledge with future generations. By learning from the past, we can better understand the present and prepare for the future. And by sharing our knowledge and our discoveries, we can work together to build a better world for all. So, where did the sciences of the Pharaonic civilization go? While the civilization itself may have declined, its legacy lived on. Many of the scientific and technological achievements of the Pharaonic civilization were passed down to later civilizations, such as the Greeks and Romans. The legacy of the Pharaonic civilization can also be seen in modern Egypt, where the monuments and artifacts of Pharaonic civilization continue to inspire and fascinate people from around the world. Finally, we are reminded of the fragility of human life and the fleeting nature of our achievements. The tombs and funerary practices of the Pharaonic civilization remind us that all of our scientific and technological achievements will one day be lost to time. But as long as we continue to learn from the past and strive to understand the world around us, the legacy of the Pharaonic civilization will continue to inspire and inform us. The sciences of the Pharaonic civilization may have been lost for a time, but they were never truly forgotten. Today, we continue to marvel at the achievements of this ancient civilization, and we look to their example as we seek to advance our own understanding of the world around us. Their legacy lives on, and we can only imagine what further discoveries may lie hidden within the ancient texts and artifacts of this remarkable civilization.